Length has existed since the beginning of time. And the beginning of Geometry Dash. When creators first released their levels, there was 4 main times: the tiny time, short time, medium time, and long time. This would finally be updated in 1.9 when the XL length was introduced. This was to accommodate for new levels that were over 2 minutes long being released due to Newground songs being usable. The modern time system we have today has been in effect since 2.0. Tiny levels are less than 10 seconds long. Short levels are between 11 and 29 seconds long. Medium levels are between 30 and 59 seconds long. A long level is somewhere between 60 and 119 seconds long. And an extra length or XL level is 120 seconds or longer. Not all lengths are treated equal in the Geometry Dash rating system. The most common length that gets rated is long, followed by XL, followed by mediums, followed by very few short levels, and then only 8 tiny levels. However, to tell you the truth, these tiny levels aren't actually tiny. I'll elaborate. The last short level to receive a rate was a level called Xmas Challenge by Andromeda. This level was made in early 2.0 and it sits at 12 seconds long. It's the shortest ever rated level. But wait, that can't be right. What about the 8 tiny rated levels? Well, let's start going through them and you'll start to be able to understand the enigma that surrounds the tiny rated levels. Let's go to the most recent tiny rated level, which is how I picked up on this bug in the first place. The level is playing in fast forward, but I can assure you it's over a minute long. My proof is the end card here. Beat this level on your first attempt and you'll notice that it's over a minute long. The second newest tiny level follows this same pattern. The next 2 tiny levels are actually demon levels, and no, this is not as good as it sounds. Both of these demons are over a minute long. Same with this next level, and this one, and this one. The truth is, to get to the bottom of these, we're gonna have to analyze the roots, and it all starts with the level called Auto Electrodynamics. Analyzing the idea of this level will tell us that the level came out in the early weeks of 1.7, and that's actually a very important detail. You see, 1.7 introduced 2 things that threw the time system out of whack. The first was the fact that Geometry Dash level length used to be recorded by block length. Since triple speed and double speed allowed you to traverse through block structures far quicker, this made way for levels like Hyper Fantasy by G-Boy to be considered long, even though it was just a little over 40 seconds. This was fixed in 2.0 since now level length was determined by how much time it took to beat the level rather than how long the block length of the level was. While this bug got patched in 2.0, the other bug that inaccurately measures time hasn't been fixed to this day. You see, when 1.7 came out, the level copy system would be introduced. Now you could copy levels online and use them for a variety of reasons, one of the reasons being to exploit the timing system. You may notice that when copying a long level in Geometry Dash, the level now becomes tiny in your level editor. When you make a new level in the level editor with no blocks, it also appears as tiny. If you don't place any blocks in your new copy of a level, it will appear as tiny. Once you place even 1 block, the level length goes back to normal, so it seems to make a false tiny level you need to copy a lengthy level online to your editor and then verify it, not with a single buff, nerf, or decoration change. I put this theory to the test when I downloaded my first ever online level, Map Basic 1. After the intense verification of this level, I re-verified this minute-long masterpiece, and guess what I got? A new false tiny level. It's actually pretty simple once you boil it down, and you can easily do it yourself. In 1.7, only 1 false tiny level was made, followed by 1 more in 1.8, 1 more in 1.9, none in 2.0, and then during the entirety of 2.1 there has been only 5 false tiny levels that were rated. Interestingly enough, these creators still don't exactly get what's going on, but it is bringing more clicks and more interest to what would normally be pretty ordinary levels. If you wanted to use this to your advantage when creating your level, you can. I always thought something that would be mildly funny would be seeing an extreme demon in the featured section that had a tiny length. Well, that's just a little something I found out while experimenting in Geometry Dash. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and share the video to anyone else who you think will enjoy it. Aside from that, I hope you had fun watching, and goodbye.